Warning, spoilers are present in this podcast.
Third World Cinema Club.
Okay, welcome to Third World Cinema Club. I'm John Tawasil from Present Confusion.
Hi, I'm Princess Tina of Film Police Review.
And I'm Tristan Zinampano, Rappler, and many other things.
Ayun, we'll be joined later by Jim Paranal of Jimmy Licolo at Ipapa in our last section. But for the meantime, we will be talking about a very the talk of the town, kumbaga.
Zeitgeisty.
Zeitgeisty. We're following trends. Ganun kami.
Yeah.
So, this is a animated series based on a Filipino comic. And I'm sure you know what it is. It's about supernatural beings. It's called Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's-
The joke lang.
Tarantadong Kalbo. It's called Tarantadong Kalbo.
It's Pugat Baboy, charot. No, it's 13 from the comic by Budget Tan and Cajo Baldissimo. And it's about Alexandra Trece, who is a supernatural detective working to solve supernatural crimes. Now, background lang, out of the three of us, Cez has watched a few episodes. Tristan and I have completed the entire series.
Yes.
But Tristan
History.
has also read the comics. I have not yet read.
Ay, talaga ba? So
Oo.
yun, may differences in perspectives.
Yeah, so different perspectives tayo. So, I guess, yun, no? Mag-umpisa tayo sa general impressions. Start tayo sa iyo, Tristan. What did you think about this series?
Alam mo yun, parang I was talking to our writer, Emilio Hafelena, and si Armando de la Cruz, former of Film Police Reviews. And parang I was also telling them na minsan it was hard for me to, though I know na hindi naman ako yung person that treats the source material as sacred text.
Mhm.
And I like seeing works that play with the source material. Minsan hindi ko alam if my feelings, I know I'm saying this, pero I don't if my feelings are beholden to the text naman. So alam mo, may parang ganun akong struggle. Pero it was refreshing to see na yung review ni Emil, it basically articulated my feelings and na-validate yung feelings. So na parang, it's in the way he described it, you know na it was straddling marketability and telling a good story. Kasi parang personally ako, I found it a bit rushed and disjointed. Like I credit naman the larger accomplishment, like seeing the Philippines um on screen in an animated feature, and it is enjoyable. I liked it naman. Problema lang the storytelling, parang it eludes me. Eludes, tama ba? Parang it escapes me basically. Yung parang yung logic, bakit kinolaps yung multiple cases in this 6 episodes. So like I felt like there was no room to breathe for the storytelling, na parang I couldn't get too emotionally attached kasi, for example, I would always make episode 2 yung example ko, kasi it had 3 cases in one episode. That's just 30 minutes. So, alam mo yun, parang alam ko naman may pressure na this is the first Filipino thing on Netflix. Pwede siyang one-off season. It won't be granted a second season. That's why you wanna put as much as possible na. Pero, like, I wish there was more room to breathe. Na sana they did more of the procedural na nakita sa comics, yung pag-investigate.
Mhm.
Sana they didn't rush to add the big bad na si Talagbusaw, na basically ginawa yung parang, imagine putting Thanos in the first 2 hours of the MCU. So sana na-reserve na yun. So may magano'ng feelings ako. Though I enjoyed, I feel like it could have been better. May igaganda pa sana.
Yeah.
If I may, sorry, sige, go.
Sige, go, Princess, go.
Ako kasi, medyo, nag-stray away ako ng slight sa Netflix. Not because of my work, pero kasi parang, there were other options. Parang na-feel ko na yung, nagiging na siya, more on capitalistic urges na siya rather than it's, yung branding niya as originals. Ganyan. So, in addition to what you said, kasi actually I was looking forward to your comment, Tristan. Kasi parang through the years that I've known you, ikaw yung kilala ko na unang nagsabi sa akin, uy, basahin yung 13 kasi ganito, ganyan, ganyan. So, alam mo yun. So, I was looking for that validation if my feelings for about the series was correct na yun nga parang hindi ako makakonect sa kanya na dapat di ba Filipino animation to tapos at the same time kasi ano siya parang mostly Filipinos yung gumawa and then at the same time yung story niya is based on our own mythos or mythology ganyan so parang yun pa lang kasi syempre alam mo yun you as lagi natin naririnig yung kwento ng mga tikbalang, yung mga nuno, ganyan. Tapos pati yung mga metaphors to it na yun nga yung mga aswang, tapos si mayor, ganyan. Doon ako medyo, okay, gets. Pero at hindi ko siya ma-piece together. Parang feeling ko si Netflix in the way that they approve the kind of storytellings in terms of adaptation is kind of very very capitalistic na parang kailangan rush yan. We have a deadline. Mga ganong feeling. For, one example is si Lemony Snicket's na series of unfortunate events. Sure, you got really great cast. Alam mo yun, parang almost to the point na magkakamukha sila dun sa movie. Pero bakit hindi na ma-achieve yung ginawa ng film adaptation na medyo 2 books yun in one pero na-combine, nagawa niya ng paraan. Is yung versus yung sa series naman, ang dami nilang time, alam mo yun, na hati-hatiin yung material pero sobrang hindi ka makakonect sa kanya unlike dun sa film adaptation. So that's what I felt with 13. Parang I don't actually care about the VA or what Liza doing
Actually, hindi ko ganun
that.
ka-issue yung
yung VA wala akong ano doon kasi parang ako kasi feeling ko din she did her best naman. Tsaka yun nga, may direction naman yun for sure. Hindi naman siya parang bigla nag-decide na lalimag to yung boses ko. Hindi naman siya nag-decide na biglang ganun. Parang may direction yun. And then she did her best to portray it in her own style. Ako mas nag-ano ko dun sa kwento kasi parang episode 4 na ako. Tapos parang ako, so okay, parang sayang naman yung isang character na yun. Parang wala na siyang kasunod. Parang ganun. Yun lang yung ano ko.
Okay. Yeah. So just naman ang na-miss mo lang naman pala yung yung parang big 2-part finale na arguably the weakest of the
Okay.
of the
Oh,
episodes.
ganun. Okay. Na, ang ano ko lang sa kanya, ang kinikilabutan moment ko for me was the first episode na parang yung first 10 minutes na parang wow, MRT, wow. Oo, pwede nga yung mangyari ganun. Tapos na. Hindi na ako na-overwhelm sa next. Sorry naman guys. Pero yun, hindi naman sa hindi na-impress. Pero parang, di ba pag kunwari comics, like example, bad example or badly put example, sila Superman, Batman, hindi ko na rin nabasa agad-agad yung comics niya. Pero nagets ko na, okay, interesting naman yung character arc ng Superman at ng Batman. Dito kay Tracy, parang okay, sino ba din nagbigay ng conditioner kay Tracy? Bakit ganyan yung buhok niya? Mga ganun. Is she the female John Constantine? Ganyan. So yun, parang may mga ganun
she is basically. She is the female.
Okay. In between the gods, the aswangs, and the people, parang ganun. Okay. Yun. So, yun siya. Parang, okay. Tapos, yun. So, I hope if ever magka-season 2 siya dahil napakaingay na ngayon, sana i-correct nila yung...
Well, most likely, magkaka-season 2 to. Feeling ko, dahil sa ingay niya.
Oo.
Yeah, I think may buzz naman siya. And it's not bad per se. Ako personally, ito yung opinion ko sa 13, no? It's okay. It's not the best thing, it's not top tier, it's not the best thing in the world. I'm proud it's here because it's a Filipino production, but there are a lot of flaws, and it's constrained by a lot of different things. It's yun nga, firstly, it's constrained by its budget. It's just 6 episodes long. I feel na with that story that they were trying to tell, it might have been better with a longer season. Mga 13 to 15 episodes at least, no? At least para makapag-set up sila ng arc. And even then, kung ginanon nila yung storya, sana they would have leaned more on the episodic, yung episodic muna.
Same.
for a longer time. I mean, sige, magbudbud kayo ng mga little arc, yung parang these of a greater arc, no? Kasi I'm guessing yung parang gusto nilang format is for this series to be binged talaga from start to finish. So parang meron kang story in between those 6 episodes. So yun, that's one limitation. I'm guessing they tried to gamble na it might be baka this might not get renewed or the reception to it might not be hot. So they try to cram as much as they could in these
Yeah, most likely.
episodes. Yeah. Secondly, it's constrained by its genre. So si Budgetan, he cribbed from a lot of inspirations for this series. Yun nga, John Constantine, may pagka-Batman, di ba? They were going for a detective dynamic, so that's why there's like a Jim Gordon character in Captain Guerrero, and Captain Guerrero is the most prominent mythological creature in this series. Mabuting police, di ba? Pero parang it doesn't work as well in our context. Kasi in the context of the Philippine setting, iba yung implication ng police compared sa mga detective series sa Amerika noong 1950s. Iba din yung tingin natin towards law enforcement, and parang yung parang perceptions natin towards law enforcement, especially ngayon, are very different. So yung this arc of Guerrero trying to do better, parang gaya nga nung sa review ni Emil, it doesn't completely work kasi nandun pa rin yung systemic like corruption. Yung parang may isang part sa episode 4 na sinabi niya, basta hindi tayo kagaya ng isang presinto. So yung isang presinto na yun gumagawa ng abuso, inaabuso nila yung mga tao, and there was this big drug bust that led to a lot of people dying, di ba?
For the mere fact na siya si Captain Guerrero, siya ang captain, tapos
Oo.
yung mga tao niya.
May mga under niya, mga gago din, di ba? So, ang hirap eh. And, yun eh, it's limited by yung parang tinatry niyang kopyahin na form. Yung parang, the translation doesn't translate that well enough. And speaking of translation, punta tayo doon sa...
Ganda na segue
doon sa use of voice. I've listened to the series in Japanese, in English, and in Filipino. Surprisingly for me, yung paborito ko is the Filipino dub. Kasi maliban kay Liza,
di ba okay naman?
Okay naman siya eh.
VA is okay naman.
And these are all professional dubbers. Ito yung mga nagboboses sa radyo, nagboboses sa anime. I mean, literally si Captain Guerrero, siya yung boses ni Krillin sa Dragon Ball Z.
Diba? Si Apollo Abraham.
Si Apollo Abraham, diba?
Na-I never knew kasi I often see him sa commercials. Diba?
So, talagang these guys are pros and they know. Kay Liza, I don't mind na monotonish delivery. Parang ito yung parang style ang iniisip ko dito, parang tinatry niyang i-emulate yung Juday-ish na na parang seryoso. Alam mo yun, parang Juday style ng acting. Pero sa Juday acting kasi kailangan may kasamang mukha yun eh. Pero kung hindi man translate yun sa animation.
So will you cast Juday?
Pwede. pwede pa naman. Pero parang matanda na si Juday for Alexandra Trece.
Juday and Robin as Maliksi.
si Robin sa Maliksi. Pwede no, yung mahabang buhok. Pero anyway, for the most part, gumagana sa akin si Liza. Except siguro for episode 5 na kailangan niya medyo mag-emote yung character niya. Kasi medyo may flashbacky yun. Ganun. So, doon. Yun yung weakest episode niya in terms of her performance. But otherwise, it's fine.
Though feel ko rin, John, na parang if the dialogue, kasi like you said, the VA itself, they're all top-notch. Then Liza has some work to do. Pero feeling ko rin kasi like if the translation was more natural,
that's true.
Was more conversational, Liza wouldn't have such a hard time. Kasi
and there's there are times where lalo na yung pinili nilang lines for the trailer. Kasi the trailer formed a lot of a big impression sa akin din in terms of how this this series was originally written and how it was translated. Di ba? Originally in English siya. It was really English siya, then it was translated into Filipino. Talagang may parts na hindi conversational Tagalog eh. Na
Yung
tipong hindi sila ganito magsalita.
tumatawid sa napakanipis na
Na
kable.
kable, walang ganon. Hindi mo yung sasabihin sa kaano mo. Although in later episodes, parang it gradually got better, I think. Napansin ko na they use the more formal Tagalog when they're talking to supernatural beings and when they're talking with themselves, for the most part anyway, mas naging vernacular na yung Tagalog. Lalo na yung si Crispin tsaka si Basilio, in fairness sa kanila, okay mga lines nila.
At si Ami at si Hannah.
O yung dalawa, yung
Yung
wind
Ru-
elementals, tama ba?
Yung Rufa May-esque.
Go, go, go!
That ginalan siyang Ami yun para natural.
Tsang Ami.
Joke.
Pero yun eh, kaya naman. I mean, kaya naman. And also, it speaks, I don't know, pero in a meta sense, it speaks to how Filipinos consume media. Parang a lot of people prefer the Japanese dub kasi sanay sila sa anime na may subtitles na pinirata
And they
nila
wouldn't know
somewhere.
better if
They wouldn't know
they would know
better.
better.
Ako, speaking based on what I know about Japanese, I can speak some Japanese. No, the translation, ang ganda ng localization niya into Japanese. I mean, it's adjusted well into that language. Sa English, although I like Shay Mitchell sa kanyang role doon, yung pinaka-issue ko doon, yung accents ng mga tao. And I think, and this is something that Netflix has done with some of their other series. Have you watched, nakapanood na ba kayo ng Kingdom in English? Alam mo yung
not
Hindi
yet.
ko pa na-try.
Yung Korean
Wala
zombie
pa Kingdom.
Zombie.
Pero I didn't watch it in English.
You watch it in Korean.
Oo. Tas
Oo.
subtitles.
Korean.
Try watching it in English. May accent na parang, we are going to. May ganun silang
Ay.
accent sa dub nila.
Grabe.
So, they're even if they're dubbing in English, they're still trying to emulate some sort of accent.
I think
within
kasi
it.
since they're trying to, in a way, they're still trying to localize it. Diba?
Yeah, localized quote
So,
unquote.
Oo, quote unquote localize. So pero minsan it's crossing over to to stereotype
Medyo-
levels.
Oo, stereotype levels.
what
Parang,
are we
kaya
going
nga
to
ginawa
do?
English eh. Diba? Parang
It's not ako personally.
sila Daniel Wu naman, di naman ganyan magsalita.
Hindi
Diba?
naman
Pero
sila,
they're American
these,
actors.
the
na
guys that
Korean.
play these roles, sila Shay Mitchell, sila John Briones, they're all Filipinos eh. So might as well, di ba? Parang if you're trying to translate something into English, and then just make them talk in, just straight
Shay
English.
Mitchell didn't even try.
Yeah, she
Shay
didn't
Mitchell
try.
didn't even try to pull. So I'd rather na they did that na lang.
Oo.
Kasi who played the dad? Si Carlos Alzariqui. Well,
Yeah.
he was Filipino to begin with. Nag full on Hispanic
Hispanic,
Mexican
oo.
accent.
It's
And then
kinda
nagpunta
weird.
sa mga Jokoy, yung mga Jokoy
Jokoy.
accents.
Oh, my father. Ganun. No, please, no. Parang,
Diba?
I don't know eh. It parang stereotypes us eh. Na ganito yung language natin.
Yeah.
It's weirdly accented.
Yeah, pero again, para for me, these are like superficial criticisms na though are valid. Parang I think right now the online discourse, it all revolves around the VA. Na parang I've seen off-kilter suggestions pa
Yeah.
na si Inka magnayang
Alam mo si Inka herself said that her voice is not a fit for the role. Parang she's too
Parang
much,
naririnig
yung
na
masyado mature yung boses niya eh.
Hindi, para siyang narrator, hindi yung
Tatanggapin ko pa siya ng
VA.
nanay. VA siya. As in,
I mean, voice actor, pero more on sa narration siya mas, ewan ko, parang meron sa ML kasi, meron siya
Sa
kaboses doon. Tapos akala namin lahat siya
Time to kill. Yung mga ganun.
Hindi, si Benedetta na character, parang medyo bago-bago siyang hero. Tapos parang si Benedetta or Farsa, basta yun. Yun. Tapos parang, bagay siya sa ganon. Medyo mystical kasi yung voice niya eh.
Gusto ko
Kaya
gusto ko
niya.
yung kinonect mo siya sa ML. Natuwa ako.
Mga 2 months na akong
Pero
naglalaro.
yun
Pero
eh.
naalala pa rin. Tapos yun, anyways.
Yun, sige.
Pero para
Sorry.
siyang sorry, Sas, you were saying?
Go lang.
Parang like I felt rin na right now the discourse is all on that level when I think those are things that you can even get past,
Oo.
and
It's not
it's
a big
really
deal, really.
I don't know ba, is it because na 13 is such parang a zeitgeisty social impact material na it should be immune to criticism when it shouldn't. Parang the problem is itself is in the storytelling eh. Parang it's like it's oddly paced. It's both too fast and disjointed. And again, as a reader of the comics, parang I felt it's because they tried to collapse multiple cases into 6 episodes. Siguro in a way na rin to showcase the diversity of characters in the comics. Example, si episode 1 ko already combined the White Lady of Balete Drive and the Aswangs. Sa episode 2, pinaghalo na si Maliksi and si Bagyong Lectro. Pero it became it was done at the detriment of proper characterization, and I'm not even saying yung explain the motivations, explaining everything or explaining the lore. I'm just saying the bare minimum characterization to make you feel for the characters. Ang ending naging lang siya, parang pure setup.
Yeah. And yung parang nila at the end is the parang unifying theme of yung 13 season 1 is parang yung 13 and her found family in these the twins, yung si Hank and everyone. When,
Si Hank Pacquiao.
si Hank Pacquiao. When it could be, ang daming pwede pang gawin with the story. I'm not sure kung bakit yun yung pinantali niya.
Okay lang sa akin na found family, pero if it's found family, edi you better show that. I mean, you better showcase that. Kasi I think, gets ko naman, again, we talked about the pressure, di ba, na it's the first, and then there's the risk of it being a one-off. Pero parang, I'd rather na they kept it focused lang instead of trying to juggle to so many responsibilities. Kasi they even siningit na nila yung big bad for parang to to tie things together, yung si Talagbusaw na parang yung parang you're doing single cases, you're introducing the lore, you're also building up to this larger arc, which parang it was way too much without proper breathing room, di ba? Nawala nga yung pagka-investigator ni Tracy eh.
O parang taga lang siya, taga negotiator. Parang mas naging negotiator siya.
Parang susugod
Parang
lang siya dahil kailangan siya doon.
Kinuno lang galing lahat ng info.
Supplier of chocolate lang talagang primary role niya.
Pero, ako, yung ina-hype niyo dati, hina-hype ni Tristan na parang it's very investigative siya. Hindi ko siya nakita dito. Parang mas, yun nga, parang siya, parang siyang mixed nuts. Ganun, parang halo-halo lahat. Tapos hindi mo alam kung, babalik na tayo sa found family story ni Trece. May multo. Ay, may ganito. Parang ganun. Ganun siya. Kung yung ang essence pala ng per issue ng comics is like, she's investigating something. Alam mo yun, madadraw in ka na, okay, this is what happened. Ganito siya mag-isip. Ganito siya makapag-negotiate. Yun sana yung pinag-focusan nila.
Napanood niyo ba yung Castlevania sa Netflix? I often cite it as an example kasi, one, I think they were given the same deal. Well, Tres is being built as the successor of Castlevania. Pero kasi basically they were given the same deal na parang first season na micro-budgeted, short season order. Pero ang differences and choices nila, John, familiar ka ba sa Castlevania franchise?
Yes. I mean, I've played a few of those games.
Ang ginawa ng first season nila, para siya naging it focused on building the relationships first. There's a bit of lore. Of course, you know Dracula. Dracula is part of the setup. Pero they reserved Dracula for season 2 kahit there was a risk of it not being renewed. And then, ano pa, tawag dito, si Alucard, na such a central character, iniwan nila sa last episode of the first season. So, gets parang, instead of trying to jam pack everything, parang they said, okay, let's just try to build a cohesive story first. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's the only approach, pero like, you get na they focus first on
Oo.
the breathing room
Oo,
na
kasi
kailangan.
parang, ano siya di ba? Pagka first or service or show order, parang origin story siya. So,
Parang
you
trial
have to
season siya
focus
eh.
that. Kasi, for example, ako hindi ko nabasa yung comics. So, sino to? Bakit nililigtas niya yan? Parang ganun, hindi ako nakakuha ng connection. Hindi ko pwedeng sabihin din na I was busy kasi first 4 episodes din na like, parang 3 beses
Actually,
namin siyang pinanood. Wala talaga at all. Parang, alam mo yun. Tsaka, sorry, in connection din sa sabi niya kanina about yung parang translation. Parang feeling ko, hindi ko siya kilala, pero parang feeling ko yung nag-translate was, hindi siya pinanganak dito. Alam mo yun? So talagang sobrang literal ng pagkaka-translate niya na parang,
Pero, Ses, nakapanood
ganun.
ka na ba ng, kunyari, Tagalize na movies?
Yeah,
Nakapanood ka
actually,
na
Oo,
ano,
yeah.
Kamusta
ang nag-ano,
sa'yo yung translation nila kumpara dun sa
wait,
translation nila for China?
i-answer ko lang yung question ni Ces. Actually, ang nag-translate ito si Rudolph Baldonado. So he's the guy who translates mga Nickelodeon and Disney shows.
To
Oh,
Filipino.
okay. So,
Oo,
wait lang, Rudolph. Taga si
Baldonado. Kaya siguro
Baldonado.
medyo may pagkabatibot siya na, oo nga, mga bata. Yung mga too
Oo.
formal.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Pero, oo, kasi, sayang. Kasi, for example, yan, sa tanong ni John na yung sa Tagalize. Nanonood kasi kami ng Tagalize na, kasi, basta, kinalakihan ko eh. Like, sila, sino to? Sila Mask Rider. Alam mo yun, parang, tara na, sugurin natin ng Malacanang. Mga ganon, di ba? So, alam mo
Wait,
yun, parang,
ano Ces?
sugurin natin ng Malacanang. Hindi, pupunta silang Malacanang. Kasi
Dek,
nandun yung mga monsters. Okay,
ala
so,
si Ces,
so bad na
inaaya
naman ako.
tayo. Inaaya tayo.
Hindi, yun. Basta may ganong episode sa, di ba
Oo, sa
si Queen
dulo.
nandito eh. Oo, may episode na ganon. Tapos kami parang, oh, wow, nasa Malacanang, kailangan ligtas natin yung president. May mga ganon naman na part nung 90s. So alam mo yun, parang localized siya, pero in a way, magagets mo. Kami, nung pinanood namin yung Tagalog, yan, si Pong, parang sabi niya, okay, pang corny naman ng translation, parang ganon.
Oo, may ganun tendency tayo when we translate from English to
From
Filipino.
English. Oo. Nasayang kasi yung setting is Manila na. Alam mo yun, parang matatanggap kong kunwari San Francisco yung location. Tapos parang, ay, kain tayo sa food truck. Ganon, di ba? Mga ganon. Parang, ay, kain tayo sa alfresco. Wala namang alfresco dito. So, mga ganon, di ba? Gets ko siya eh. Pero kung yung location man is Manila, Balete Drive, tapos parang, kailangan nating tawirin ang masikip na, parang,
Masikip
okay,
na daluyan.
mga ganun. Parang sobrang lalim. Parang, girl, Balete Drive lang. May street na Balete Drive. Gets na namin yun. Parang ganun, di ba? So, yun. Mahirap siya. Dapat, siguro kung gagawa silang season 2, yun, parang kagaya ng sinasabi niyo dyan sa Castlevania. Dapat, very talaga siya. Parang, alam nyo, ito talaga yung gusto ko sabihin kanina pa. Ang pinag-investan talaga nila is, I think ang pinag-investan talaga nila is yung marketing. Hindi yung medyo bad, negative to na feedback. Kasi alam mo yun, now that I'm working in this kind of industry, ako rin kung kunwari feeling ko pangit yung material, magbubuhos ako sa marketing. Gets niyo ba? Kasi,
Cesar, in what aspect ng marketing ng 13 yung hindi mo medyo nagustuhan?
Hindi, gusto ko yung marketing.
Sabi ni Ces, feeling yung kulang yung material itself.
Kulang yung material to market.
No, kulang yung material. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna focus on the marketing of it.
Okay.
Gets nyo? Kumbaga, di ba, matagal na siyang in the works, ganyan. Tapos, ganyan. And then, biglang buhos sila malapit sa launch or sa parang showing niya or streaming date niya. Ganun kasi siya. Parang, okay, badly put, bad example, ganyan. Fangirl. Si Fangirl noong unang nilabas, hindi siya magandang minarket eh. Like, ano lang, social media, si Tonet, ganyan. Nasa Tokyo kami, ganyan. Tapos nung kinuha siya sa MMFF, at may ginawa sila, like the dick pic, ganyan. Boom, di ba? Ganun siya. Not because it's a bad film, but because they didn't have budget much on the marketing. So what they did was they nitpick, okay, which one do we think is the most strategic so that someone can watch this? Because it's a very good film. Parang ganun. So the same could be for other films. Let's say Game of Thrones Season 8. Naglabas ng skull dun sa isang beach. Nilagay doon ang mahal ng skull na yun. Pero people were thinking, oh my gosh, Dragon ni Daenerys yan. Tapos biglang pinanood natin yung season 8 ng Game of Thrones, was like, what the F? Ganun, di ba?
Basically, ang sabi ni Ses, parang if the material is strong enough, minsan word of mouth will carry it. Pero
Will carry.
pag the material can be weak, minsan they try to overcompensate via the
Sa
marketing.
marketing.
So, ang feel ko naman
Yun.
kasi lang sa 13, like, the realities of production, it's like it was given a short season orders, so they try to make the most out of it. So, that's the long and short of the parang
Analogy.
problem.
Problem. Yeah.
Na parang ang nangyari ay parang ito lang ano natin, tas parang baka one season lang to, so ibusan natin lahat. Yun lang, doon sila doon sa parang decision to doon sila struggle in like in the decision to throw everything all at once. Na parang instead of like saying bahala na if hindi ma-pick up, at least we did something that's well-rounded, something that's engaging.
Something that's at least a complete story, more or less, di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand their their thoughts behind it eh.
Pero
ano din kasi parang sana nga nag-take sila ng risk. Although I feel na sobrang ayun nga eh, if you're trying to be safe, yun yung talagang kukunin mong yun yung talagang kukunin mong course of action. And compared to say Castlevania nga is 4 episodes lang, pero ang laki ng cultural capital ng Castlevania. I mean, a lot of people know it, a lot of gamers want anime adaptation, and yung pedigree ng mga gumawa is talagang magaling. So, it would take a lot to, yung parang ang hirap, it's harder to fail, kumbaga, even if it turned out to be a mediocre series. Baka magka-season 2
it's a
pa
very
rin
good
to.
series Pero
it's a very good series nga.
Pero gets sabi mo na even if it's mediocre, there's a larger chance because of the cultural capital that it holds, the IP holds. Not like 13 that it will, again, it's larger than the Philippine market. It's an international, you're targeting the international audience. So if this fails, there's parang the chances are larger for it to not get a season 2. Pero yun nga, parang given all those factors, yun nga, parang that kind of storytelling, the translation which can be unnatural and not conversational, parang it's hard to be fully engaged kasi parang there are many barriers from stopping your investment. And I'm not saying naman, I'm not even asking for the same thing the princess is asking na kailangan ko makita yung backstory, etc. Kasi parang feeling ko naman some of the best series sa dulo na lang or parang down the line season 2 pinapakita yung backstory. Pero I'm just asking for the bare minimum to make me care for the character sana, na parang I felt like nagkulang, parang investing in the relationships and the story itself. Example, I wanna cite an example sa comics. Parang isang pinanghihinayangan ko na I know even if they get a season 2 ay they cannot backtrack anymore, ay yung kwento nung ni Bagyong Kulimlim. You remember the episode sa episode 2 which had like 3 cases na parang yung tao na nguryente naging puro 30-second explainers lang from Nuno na parang okay, itong subdivision na to ay nakuryente yung mga tao dahil sinacrifice yung mga manggagawa sa God of Thunder. Na parang in the comics, it was such a rich story kasi Alexandra Tres is trying to discover ano nung nangyayari sa mga tao dito, but every month may namamatay sa kuryente. And it slowly dawns upon the person na it slowly dawns upon the investigator na this privilege, this well-off subdivision is sacrificing yung workers nila, yung minimum wage workers nila for their own prosperity, di ba? So parang,
Ah, ah.
I mean, doon pala kita mo na
Ang
parang
ganda
if
ng
if
kwento na yun eh.
if the investigation was showed and like and then like they invested in like showing yung pagka-procedural sana.
Ah.
I would have wanted to see that na parang each episode talaga is its own case, and then siguro yung mga cold open nila, yung mga flashback doon sa kwento ng Kambal, they could have done like one episode for it, doon na ng episode 5, di ba? So,
Oh.
parang hindi na nag-aagawan sa oras.
Yun din eh, yung parang they try to split yung parang they were trying to attempt this kind of arc thing na
Oo.
oo, na it's medyo clunky yung naging execution in the end eh.
'Di ba imagine pa if si 'di ba sa dulo biglang magre-reveal na yung character that we just met a few minutes ago ay si Talagbusaw in disguise. I mean, 'di ba if you planted that na mas mahaba,
Oo, parang biglang,
sana.
surprise, ganun. Parang inside
Oo.
joke siya yung mga nagbasa ng comments na nakagets.
Hindi nga rin
Ganun.
eh. I mean, even the comic book readers, many of who I talked to
Hindi.
parang found it rushed rin eh. Talaga
Ayun.
Mm.
eh.
Alam niyo yung magandang example ng yung parang a series that started episodic muna and then yung
Cowboy
parang doon
Bebop.
na sa huli na lang siya. Oh yeah, exactly, Cowboy Bebop. And yung similar, yung na-temper din kasi yung panonood ko ng 13 sa ano eh. Kasi sinabay ko siya sa panonood ng Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, yes.
Kasi
So
Jujutsu
parang may
Kaisen is
point of
very
comparison
similar.
kind of
Yeah.
way.
Oo eh, kasi it's also it's an animated series. It's about supernatural beings na naglalaban-laban. Pero like it started with again episodic cases. Ito may hinahunt dito, ito may hinahunt dito.
Actually, most shows of the 90s were like that. I mean, 90s and early 2000s. If isipin mo sina Buffy,
Yeah,
sina
oo.
Smallville, sina X-Files, all mostly yung first season nila ay very episodic, and then gradually na lang nagkaroon ng
It formed
lore
an arc,
building.
'di
Oo,
ba?
'di ba?
Oo.
Arc, oo.
Pero yun nga, ang problema sa 13, nakatali siya dun sa limitations niya of being just 6 episodes. So,
Yeah.
they eventually had to make a choice and yun nga, although I commend them for what they did, parang ganun talaga. Para magkakaroon ka talaga ng problems if you try to cram an arc into just six very short
May
episodes.
tatanong ako. I mean, are you all done with the questions on the form? May break up kasi ako na nasa review rin ni Emil.
Oh,
Baka
sige,
alam mo na
go.
to siya.
Go lang. Oh.
Ano ang thoughts nyo on the... Ay, na-mention mo na ito John eh. Yung police, yung pagiging police friend ni
Ni
13. And
13.
basically, it's politics in general. Kasi may isa pa akong
Yeah.
napansin na politically
Sige,
questionable.
Tristan, sabihin mo.
Sige. Parang, I felt like, as a whole, kaya people rin were nakukulangan sa politics eh. Kasi, I think may direct attempt to try to be quote-unquote political but also be political, just political enough. Kasi, napansin nyo ba, may yung isang episode dun, it was clearly a story about abortion, pero sinidestep nila yung abortion.
Episode 3 ito.
Episode 3.
Na parang,
Oo nga.
napakamot ako ng ulo na, ha? So, may doktor, pero ang role lang niya ay nang iwan sa gubat ng bata. I mean, clearly, kasi in the comics, ito sa abortionist, pero like, they went out of their way to change things na parang minsan it didn't make sense na bakit
Bakit
yung
siya
doktor-
nag-iwan? Bakit
Snow White,
si Vicky
ganun.
Bello ba uutusan ni na
Snow White kasi to. Si Huntsman.
Diba? So parang,
Iniwan yung bata sa
Weird.
parang so I think that relates, that ties in dun sa issue ng mga tao na si Captain Guerrero should be a police stand-in, pero if ever they have commentary, which they did naman, di ba?
Yeah, oo.
Nagkaroon ng si Captain Guerrero, pinapagalitan niya yung mga tao niya, tapos mayroon yung criminal saying na lahat kami ikota lang sa inyo. So parang they're trying to be
Sinisingit nila. Pero, oo.
won't go full on.
Kulang.
Oo.
Medyo
Oo.
kulang. Yun nga, may ibang, yung nababasa ko din criticisms on that line is yung mga, gaya ng nakikita ko kay Chard, yung sinulat niya na, I
Ano si
guess,
Richard about this?
yung
About 13?
more on a conceptual level na, yung similar dun sa sinabi ni Emil na she's working with the police, parang may peace and order na ganyan, i-uphold niya yung peace and order, and she does all of these things na she's not held accountable to it. Pero it's also in a much grander sense na she's parang by cooperating with these institutions na corrupt, parang she's upholding this parang oppression.
Feeling ko kasi, ano yun eh, ito sa genre trappings.
It's true, oo.
Na hindi pa rin nila alam how to overcome it. Kasi even the comics, tiyatanong si Kajo at si Budget about that. So parang sabi nila, wait for the next stories. So parang sila mismo, I think they're trying to address it pa lang. Pero it's it's ingrained in the DNA. Kasi they use that parang cop investigator trope, PI trope.
Mm-hmm.
Eh parang lalo na in the Philippine context, it's really a structural flaw.
Yeah.
Even before the gravity of what's happening right now, dati pa naman inaano yan na we have an inherently corrupt system sa smaller and smaller circles pa lang pinag-uusapan na, pero parang hindi siya na-factor in.
Oo nga. Parang
Pero
kula
now kasi,
yun.
Now kasi resounding na yung call di ba? The call is resounding.
Yeah.
So parang you cannot just dismiss it as following genre kasi kailangan mo siyang i-address rin.
I'm hoping that they will address it in the future. Pero yun nga while reading those yung mga ganung takes about the series, nagbabasa din ako ng how different countries create their own detective fiction. So may mga studies ako, nagbabasa ako ng mga kung ano nung studies, parang some detective fictions, they reflect a outrage towards mga mga failed policies ng mga governments nila, na parang they're providing a service na hindi ma-provide ng na hindi ma-provide ng gobyerno, ng normal law enforcement. May mga ganun. Pero again, it depends on the society, depends sa country, and of course different context lahat 'yon. So wala lang, tingin kayo sa mga studies-studisan diyan kung ano.
Tama yan, John. Kasi paano ko ni Martha Grimes, ano siya, parang Old English, pero American siya na writer. Old English yung kind of detective story niya. Tapos parang main lead niya si Richard Jury, like mga 20 books na sinulat siya about that. Kasi nga, Sherlock Holmes, tapos CSI, ganyan. Ang resounding factor ng mga yun is, like for example, may central character si Sherlock Holmes or si Richard Jury. Or sa CSI na original, yung doktor. Basta yung doktor, yung pathologist.
Si Gus Grissom ba yun? Si
Grissom, yan. Si Grissom. Diba parang you don't see him na parang sinisingit yung personal life niya sa unang season. It's mostly about the cases. So, si Trece, I think they tried na parang cases. Kaso kasi, naiinis ako yung jump na parang, hindi pa tapos yung Balete Drive mo.
It's on the pace. Si Balete Drive mo nga, ginawa lang setup eh.
Sabi ko, nung nakita namin, ano to? Bakit may mumu? Bakit nakikita siya ng mga tao? Ano to? Ano ba to? Nasa Ghost Fighter Otherworld ba tayo? Or is it Earth? Ganyan. Tapos yung pala, nasa Earth. Tapos parang si Alexandra Trece na nakita ng mumu. So she has to investigate.
Hindi nakikita ng lahat.
Yun nga, nakikita pala ng lahat. Yun nga, parang ang gulo, parang okay.
Actually, speaking of Ghost Fighter, buti nga yung Ghost Fighter eh. Kasi kung natatandaan nyo sa Ghost Fighter, yung mga spirit detectives, diba, they solve cases, ganyan-ganyan. Pero kaya tumiwalag yung isa sa kanila, si Sensui. Kasi yung mga tao, yung mga people ay gumagawa ng kasamaan din sa mga halimaw, sa mga... So, parang inaabuso nila, ineksperimentohan nila, yung iba pinalalaban nila for sport, ganyan. Pero in the end, nung si Eugene yung kuponan ni Eugene yung naging
Uy, wag mo na
leader.
spoil. Gusto panoorin ulit yan eh.
Ayun,
Grabe,
inayos.
Tristan. Parang ako buong childhood ko parang 13 times in a week ko siya napanood.
Ang nangyari doon, inayos niya yung sistema.
Nasa Netflix na
Oo.
eh.
Oo, parang
Oo,
may
ganun.
self-policing, parang parang ginawa niya demokratiko yung process ng yung yung ng mga demonyo. Pero anyway,
Oo.
ayun, do you
Yun
have
na.
sige, patapos na tayo ngayon. So, do you have any final thoughts about 13 before we end? Before we go to the next section?
Ako siguro yun nga, sana next time, parang per episode, it's about one case. Not 15 cases in one episode.
15
Kasi, as in, sobrang niche ko yung detective story. Ngayon ko lang na-realize sa inyo na, detective story pala siya. Oo nga, no, kasi nga, John Constantine, a female John Constantine. So parang, pati nga si John Constantine, di ba? Si Constantine, di naman siya yung parang lagi nagbabounce back sa sarili niya. It's more of him solving a case. So dapat sana ganun.
Pero I don't think naman I mean, gets ko pa rin the intent to humanize kasi syempre that's also part of latching
pero
latching
do it
yourself to the
in
character
do it in such a way na parang i-introduce mo ng maayos yung character, hindi yung parang okay, this is happening. Okay, we're gonna tackle that. Parang ganun kasi siya. Dapat very smooth lang.
The feel ko it all goes back to there's no room to breathe dun sa storytelling.
Yeah. Yun. That's my POV.
Kaya parang patalon-talon. Ayun lang, yun naman for me na parang ako I get the intent of adding more personal stuff rin, like showing yung 13 not living up to her family's name. Kasi in the comics, never pinakita naman na rin yung mga nangyari sa magulang niya. So parang meron rin yung added factor of showing trauma.
Ayun.
So I get the intent to make her more human. But sana nga lang they paced it properly. Like I wouldn't have minded na in ibang cases ni-reserve na lang nila for the next tawag dito for the next season. Like si Aswang Anbalete, pwede naman yun paghiwalayin, pinagsama nila for some unknown reason. Siguro para introduce si Santa Maria. 'Di ba? Those things.
Ayun. Ako, it's like, just to repeat what I said earlier, it's a fine series. It's
enjoyable.
It's enjoyable. Natali lang talaga siya ng different things.
Yeah. Expectations. Ako rin, I wanna defend rin myself, quote unquote defend myself. I'm not disparaging the work naman. I mean, I see the good points, and I think it accomplished a lot of things naman even outside of the material, kasi gateway rin to for more people to appreciate the comics industry and our lore in general. Pero I hope na if itong season na to, trial season, and di sana season 2 will be much better. Doon nanghihinayang ako sa dami ng ground na they felt compelled to cover na hindi na nila pwede balikan ngayon.
Yeah, that's true. Please give them more episodes. Sana 13 episodes na yung season 2 or something like that. Kasi sayang. I mean, yun nga, if you try to cram this much material into this little time, talagang magkakaproblema ka. And yun.
Mapapanood daw natin sa 2024.
It's decent material naman eh.
Tagal animation eh.
Ayan, that's the problem din eh. Animation is expensive eh. Very time consuming, it's expensive. And yung return mo is not very good unless talagang a lot of people watch it. Pero hopefully in the future, even sana matuloy itong animated series if it gets animated again or it gets turned into a live action, I would be there.
Pero guys, I wanna note rin pala na I've been checking the reviews now
Mhm.
the international audience is actually pretty responsive to it. So,
They liked
baka,
it.
oo, so siguro,
I guess
so
that
siguro,
it also speaks to something na parang who-
Maybe it's for them or it was
yeah, who is
created
this
oh,
made
for
for, no?
international.
oo, di ba?
Mm-mm.
So, ito yung marketability na
Yeah,
abroad.
Mm-mm.
the fact that they got
Mm-mm.
all of these Filipino American actors is to appeal to the Filipino American audience. Maybe these Filipino
Mm-mm.
Americans, they're not familiar with the Filipino lore. They want to learn more about their country. Yeah, this could be a good starting point, di ba? For us Filipinos, yeah, Pinoy pride, of course. Pero yun nga, there we bring our own parang life experiences, our own biases to the table. So kaya siguro iba yung reception natin dito kumpara sa ibang lugar.
Oo nga.
Mm-mm.
So yun.
Sure.
Okay, thank you guys. And
This Panlaw session.
Panlaw session.
Yay!
Ayun. Disclaimer lang
Yay!
din, yung one of the writers ng 13, si Mick, is a friend of the pod, no?
Yeah, yun pala gusto kong i-bring up. So, aside from the great marketing strategy that they did which was really nakakaingit, yun nga, nakakatuwa rin kasi fan ako ng San Lazaro and I actually know na sila, yung movie na San Lazaro,
Yeah.
super fan. Parang, supernatural kasi yung peg din nun, di ba? Parang nga,
Mhm.
sila Mick
And fan
and
ako,
Zig Marasigan, they were gotten to do some of the episodes. So,
Yeah. So,
yay!
yeah, I'm very happy for them and I hope
and fan
they...
din ako ng ginawa ni Mick na script for Mighty Robo V.
Mm-mm.
So sana,
More projects in the
Mag-push.
future.
Oo.
Ganun.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your new series. Parang don't listen to us.
Ooh.
Or listen to us if you want.
But,
Ganun.
yeah, just do your thing.
Do your thing.
Ganun.
Don't care about us. Ganun.
the feel ko naman, our criticism, it's because
We
we
love
care
it.
about these things.
Yeah, we care.
Yeah,
We
and we
care.
want,
No, parang no critic naman wants something to fail di ba?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Parang
mm-mm.
we're on the side naman of seeing good works.
Yeah.
Correct.
And yan, no? So we're gonna move on to the next segment and see you guys there.
Bye.